That makes sense. Looking back at your time on the show, what was your favorite thing that you built, either because it was so crazy or because you're like, that looked good?
Our favorite thing to build. Let's see. I really liked our bowl a lot because not only was it beautiful, very colorful and whimsical, but it really did tell our story and how like we met as musicians and that we still do music together. So I would say that that was our favorite build. The Coco one was really cute, but it was pretty small. Let's see. The volcano was pretty awesome. We had a pretty crazy story with that. But let's see, what else did we do? Oh my God, the monster one was so funny. I loved the monster one, especially because of the story behind that one as well, is about Paul and Nelita. I don't know if you heard this story, did you? No? Okay. So while we were waiting in like the waiting room, the green room, Paul was falling asleep on the couch. And Nelita took a stick of candy and she took the wrapper and she started tickling his nose. And he was like, and like he was getting annoyed. So when we got that challenge and we heard snarl, we were like, this reminds us of something. This reminds us of like maybe like a monster, but like whipping his head like, and then we were like, oh my God, Paula and Alita. So that's why we actually came up with a song called Paula and Neil, and we really liked it. It didn't make the show, but that's okay. I recorded it on my own. We both did. We record a bunch of songs having to do with our builds every single episode. So that one was one of our favorite songs. And yeah, we had like people like Lego minifigs running around like chickens with their heads cut off. Um we had a bunch of food made out of minifig parts. Like the corn was made out of their minifig heads, and then like pizza had like arms, like yellow arms and legs, and we had skeletons and like there were skeletons coming out of the big monster's mouth, and yeah, it was a monster meal. And like Jamie said, this is the most horrifying, adorable build he's ever seen. So I'm really glad to give him that experience that he saw the most horrifying yet adorable built in the history of Lego Masters. So that's great.
Anything that you can hold that kind of title in, I think that is worth, you know, bragging about because that is a true feat.
Thank you.
Um, well, and one of the really lovely things, speaking of your fellow contestants, is it really does seem like this is a show, and specifically this is a season where the contestants have really gotten very close to each other. What has having that bond meant for you as you kind of were moving throughout the competition?
Well, the Lego community is a very peaceful, loving community. Everyone always helps each other out. I am new to the community, but like I'm always looking for new friends. It's great to always meet new friends, and I'm so happy to have met them all. Honestly, like even like behind the scenes, like if there was a question that I had, like there was always someone there to answer them. Honestly, it's because of Lewis that we got the head spinning on the monster, because I was like, Lewis, like, what can I use? What can I do with this? And I don't really know how to make things move very well. And he was like, well, this is what you got to do. And it worked. And we were like ecstatic. And I was like, thanks, Lewis, so much. And who else? Sam and Nina. Oh my gosh, they were always there to help out as well. And of course, we're gonna help them out in return. We help them out with their rug. We're like, you know what? They've helped us out so much. Like, let's just do it. Let's go help them. They have the golden brick. They're gonna use it. Like, whatever. They're our friends, and everyone wants to see each other do their best every episode. It's not just like a full-on competition. I mean, it is, but everyone just wants to see each other do their best and leave on something that they did well on and that they could be proud of. I mean, this episode, like, I know we didn't do our best and it's not something we'd be proud of. I mean, any other episode, we'd be like, okay, you know what? We did our best. And, like, if we got booted out, it would have been like, okay, but, I mean, it would have been nice to win it all. but, but this one, we were kind of upset because we knew we could have done better. Yeah.
Well, for what it's worth, the teams coming to help with the rug was one of the best moments of the season by far because the community that it seems like you guys built is really
Yeah.
watch, and it's
Yeah, of
you
course.
guys like each other. So it's very nice and sweet. Well, and speaking of just kind of community, obviously you've had this really incredible experience with Allison, and I'm curious how that has changed your relationship now that you've gone through this together.
Well, we're still friends. She's doing good. Things are stressful on the show with like cameras in your face and like you got 8 hours to build this big thing and what are we gonna do? And it's not working out. And like, yeah, so people get stressed out, but and I get it, but no, she's doing good. We're doing good. And we're still singing, playing music together. We're still building together. We still like hang out, everything's fine. So nothing really much has changed. And yeah, I'm really sad she couldn't be here today. But but yeah, I mean, honestly, with the rest of the contestants as well, there hasn't been a day that we haven't really talked to each other. We have like this little chat and we're always like keeping in touch on what we're all doing. So yeah, I made more friends. I got to know one of my other friends and what makes her tick and how to work around things. So good.
Yeah. So outside of the builds themselves and the people you met, what was your favorite part of this experience? Was there like a challenge or like do you like the cats? Did you like getting to meet, last year's winner? What was kind of the thing that made you go, "Oh my God, I can't believe I got to do this."
Let me see. I did like working with the cats a lot. Let's see. What else? What else? What else? Yeah, Stacy was awesome. It was nice to see a guest judge. Honestly, like working with Will Arnett and the Brickmasters. Of course, like I couldn't believe I got to do that. I couldn't believe I got to sing on national TV. Like that's not something I've ever done before. I'm a musician, but I've never actually like written my own songs. And that was the first time I've written a song for ukulele because I haven't been playing ukulele long. So it was my first time writing songs for ukulele. It was my first time singing in front of celebrities and knowing it's going to be on national television. So there's that. And it's the first time, I like a lot of my friends didn't even know I did Lego. So it was my first time ever like really showcasing them. They were like, oh, Melanie, like what? I didn't know you have so many hidden talents. And I'm like, yeah, another thing I do. So yeah, it's really awesome. And yeah, just meeting so many amazing people and the producers, like the whole like everyone was just so kind and fun to be around. Yeah, I miss everyone.
That's incredible. I don't want you to spoil if you do know, but from based on what you saw while you were competing, who are the teams that are left that we should be keeping our eyes on who might be winning it all?
That might be winning it all.
Like,
I would say probably Christopher and Robert and Sam and Nina. They're my top choices. Definitely fan favorites as well. I'm looking at like all the reviews and stuff. I'm like, okay, I see what's going on here. So I think those are my top two contenders. Honestly, like Paula and Nalita went from like, like from our underdog team to like also top contenders. Um, love Kelly and Emily. They've got like all the details down. So really it's anyone's game. But still, like my top two, I think would be Kristen Robert and Samanina.
completely
Oh,
makes sense.
I'm pointing to they're awesome.
Before I let you go, is there anything else you want to say about the experience that we haven't had the chance to talk about yet?
Hmm. Makeup crew, hair crew, amazing. Love them. Uh, Thank you for making us look great every single day. What else? I think that's it. Everyone was just really amazing throughout the entire thing. And I'm really, really glad to have this experience and to have learned as much as I did, being like kind of newer to the game. And wow, we got so much further than we thought. And it's something that we should really be proud of.